Yo, what's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to another video on Gridiron Flock TV. Like, share, subscribe. Send this to your family and friends, man. I'm bringing you all Ravens news, anything in the AFC North division, and some, breaking news in the NFL as well. If it's some big, big crazy news in the NFL, I bring you that as well. But mainly all Ravens news. So far in this video, man, we're gonna be talking about the Ravens defensive players predict which teammate will have a breakout season. It's a little list of players that they predicted that's gonna have a breakout season, and also we're gonna be going over Zach Orr. He's talking about his mindset going into this game. It's the first game of the season going against the Bills. He recently played against them back in January, and I believe it was January. Yeah, January in the playoffs. We played against them in the playoffs in January. The game did not end the way we wanted. Defense did play a great game, but hey, he has an even better defense this year. So Zach Orr is going to be giving his thoughts on how he feels about his defense going into this game, and we're going to see what he had to say. So let's get right into it. So first, man, we talking about the list of the players that were predicted that's going to have a breakout season. So let's see who's on this list. Malaki Starks, the rookie from Georgia. We had TJ Tampa talked about him. He said he was very strong in camp. He was very focused in the meetings and knows what to do. And he's always in the right place. That explains a lot, man. He's a very intelligent player, getting that type of compliment, from his teammate. Nnamdi Madubuike, he said he's a beast, man. That rookie, man, he's really going to know where the ball is at all times. There you go again, intelligence. Kyle Hamilton, I think he has a star potential, and he has an instinct that you can't teach. Just a few thoughts from those players on Malaki Starks. Let's talk about another player that's gonna have a breakout season. Tavius Robinson. I always feel like Tavius Robinson is gonna be that breakout star, because anytime he got a chance to get in the game, he always dominated. He always took advantage of his time, took advantage of his playing time that they give him, and they always talk about how he's always knowing where to be at in any position that he plays, whether in outside linebacker, he knows what to do on both sides of the ball when he plays both sides of DN and outside linebacker. Let's see what they said. Trenton Simpson said that's a guy who's one of my best friends on the team. I just know the work he puts in. He had a great year last year, but I expect this year to be crazy jump, because I know the work he's put in, and I know he's grinded. He had a dominant season last year, man. With just a little bit of time he played, he had a dominant season last year. Jay Higgins, another guy, another undrafted inside linebacker that made the team. He said T-Rob is going to keep killing it. I like how he strikes blocks. He's long, everything you want in a DN. I like his game. And if you look at the clips, man, Tavius Robinson is a beast. He's really, really a beast, man. In fact, I'm gonna share a clip where he blew this running back up. I'll show it on the side right here, where he blew the running back up, and it's just a dominant play, man. Seriously, it's just a dominant play. And he totally, when he comes in the game, he dominates on his side of the ball. He really stops the run, gets after the quarterback. He's a great pass rusher as well. So he's not just a one-dimensional player. He's very versatile. So that's good, man. So let's check out another breakout star they feel like that's gonna break out this year. Travis Jones, massive D tackle, massive. He can clog up the hole. He can stop the run. He can bat down passes. So he's a very dominant D tackle, man. Odafe always said he's been in the building up each year, and I feel like this is the year where he really shows people what he's about. And Peebles said it's going to be special. That's really the only way I could put it. The work he's put in so far, and me coming in new and just hearing about him last year and how he's improving, the way his game has changed going into this year, man. I'm just excited to see what he does out there. And me too. Me too. He's a big, massive guy, D tackle. They kind of compare him a little bit to Chris Jones from the Chiefs. We go see how this thing play out with Travis Jones, man. I want to see him be his own guy, his own player. Nothing wrong with the comparisons, but I feel like he's just gonna be a dominant D tackle, man. He just gotta ramp things up, stay consistent, stay getting great at his techniques and everything. And he's gonna be a great player for us, man. Another player that they feel like that's gonna stick out as well, when it comes to this list is TJ Tampa. He got voted as well, and he got a vote from his other cornerback in his room, Chidobe Awuzie. He said he's a great. He had a great offseason. I know last year at this time he wasn't able to do camp. This is really like his first real camp. He's healthy, making plays. The technique is there. He's probably touched the ball more than any other defensive player. So, that talks a lot about TJ Tampa. He had a great preseason. He balled out, showed his competitiveness, his intelligence on, in the cornerback position, locking down guys, being in a great position to make plays on the ball. Another guy that was voted was Trenton Simpson. Tavius Robinson talked about him. He's been grinding. I think he's had a great camp, great preseason. We've all seen the work he's put in. And Trenton Simpson did have a great preseason. He balled out in the preseason. We just got to see him bring that to the regular season. Be consistent in the regular season. I know it's going to be up and down games. I know it's going to be up and down plays. But, hey, every play is a new play. I believe this is like another year in the system for him. So, I feel like this should be the year where he ramp things up. He should know what he's doing in every play, in every position, understanding Roquan, understanding what the offense is bringing out in certain formats. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta know if this could be the breakout year for Trent Simpson. We go see. Another guy that was voted was Keyon Martin, and the other one was Aeneas Peebles. So those were the last two guys that were voted to be a breakout this year. Cornerback Nate Wiggins said about Keyon was he plays fast. He plays fast ever since he came in the first day. He's been on it. I think the first week he had a pick. Every day he's been here, he's just been on it. So I mean, that's just a guy that came in undrafted, already being looked at, as not having any type of expectations of making a team. I mean, there is always a possibility because I mean, you've been called to an NFL team. I mean, that's the top of the top, 1%. You know what I'm saying? So him getting the opportunity, man, he took advantage of it. The first week. Talking about he had a pick in camp the first week. That ain't bad. I mean, that's already gonna get you looks. So he brought well what he did in camp to the preseason, showed it on tape. John Harbaugh, Eric DeCosta, they couldn't refuse it. They had to take the man. So they brought in him as an undrafted guy. He was happy to make his family proud, knowing that he didn't have an opportunity to make the team, but he balled out in camp in the preseason to make the team. So congratulations to Keyon Martin on that. Aeneas Peebles, he got voted as well. Mike Green, the rookie, talked about him, and this is also a rookie. He says he's our pass rushing specialist for our interior. He's quick, he's fast, he just moves like a defensive end. So I mean, you got a D tackle moving like a defensive end is amazing. Yeah, he's a little undersized. They talk about that, but besides that, man, it's all football. If he can get in there and get past those offensive guards, those the center, and get to the quarterback as needed, hey, I mean, what can you complain about that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we go see though, man. We go see. Everybody, like to talk about size and everything when it comes to football, which yeah, it does matter in certain positions, but hey, we go see, man. This guy, he balled out in the preseason. And yeah, we go see how these guys play out, man. All those guys were voted on the list as breakout stars this year. We go see if they really have a breakout season, man. All right, the next subject we talking about is defensive coordinator Zach Orr, and he's talking about his mindset going into this Bills game ahead on Sunday night. Honestly, man, this right here is gonna be a challenging game. We not gonna have no snow. Yes, the Bills The defense, their defense can be a little suspect this year. But the offense gonna be their offense. They got Josh Allen. As long as they got Josh Allen, just like long as we got Lamar Jackson, we always got a chance. So Zach Orr is gonna have a lot on his hands Sunday night. But hey, we got the defense for it. He has the defense for it. He has the Marlon Humphrey. He has the Nate Wiggins. He has the Odafe Owe. He has the Kyle Van Noy, Roquan Smith. He has the Trenton Simpson. The Matabike. He has these guys on defense. Kyle Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Jair Alexander. We got these guys on defense for a reason. So we gonna be fully stacked come Sunday night. And I just want to see how we handle things in those positions of the 3rd and 5 or the 2nd and 3s, or if they want to go for it on 4th down, how do we contain them on the 4th down? Also, how do we contain Josh Allen, get after him and make him uncomfortable? This defense got to come in this game to make him uncomfortable. As long as we stop the run and make them one-dimensional and really make him use his arm, okay, yeah, try to beat us with your arm. We know he got a rocket arm, but we got to get to him and pressure him now that he's passing the ball a lot, because they can't run the ball with James Cook. So we go see. But let's listen to what Zach Orr had to say.
What's the biggest thing you wanted to get out of camp and to be ready for week 1, and do you think you got it?
I definitely think we got it, but the biggest thing we wanted out of camp was just all 11 guys that's on the field at the same time, having the same common goal, being on the same page, and then just cutting it loose out there, man. So from an execution standpoint, everybody doing their assignments, 11 guys playing as one, and then just cutting it loose, man, attacking the football. That's the main thing we want to come out of camp, man, being fundamentally sound, being aggressive, and maximum effort, and I feel like we've done it. I'm happy with the camp. It's been one of the best camps that I've been a part of here, so I'm very pleased with how that went.
Zach spent a lot of time throughout camp hearing about how good this defense can be. Knowing how before you guys started last year, is it just an excitement to show what you can do with this group and just get out there and go play football?
Yeah, I think it's exciting just because it's the start of a new journey, and every year is different. We feel like we can be very good, but we got to go out there and go do it. So I think that's the exciting part of it, is now we're putting a lot of work. The guys have worked so hard, man. We can't be proud of those guys enough. But they're putting the work, so now it's time to go out there and go do it. Everything that we've done up to this point, it really hasn't counted. It hasn't counted on the scoreboard. It's counted, for us building what we want to build, but now it's time to go do it. So I think our guys, I know we're excited to go out there and go show the work that we put in and get out to a good start.
Chris, along those lines, Malaki comes in and almost right away he established himself as a starter. How much curiosity do you have in seeing whether that can translate over into the regular season? And then I guess what is the value of having kind of backstop like some see at that first safety spot?
Oh, and I'm fully confident in Malaki. I can't wait for him to go out there and go play a full game. He played a little bit in the preseason, but he didn't play a lot of snaps. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see how he goes out there and go do. I know how I feel like he's going to do. I think he's going to play really well for us. He's done great in camp. He's done great in practice. Like I said, he doesn't play like a rookie. He doesn't act like a rookie. But like we said, it's week 1, so this is going to be his first professional game. We got to go out there and go see him do it. But I'm confident that he will go out there and go play great football for us.
All right, man. So just listening to Zach Orr speak, and he was asked about Malaki Starks, the rookie from Georgia. And it's true. He doesn't carry himself like a rookie. He carries himself like a guy that already knows ball, ready for the NFL speed. He knows where to be on the field. He had a great preseason with the limited snaps that he had. But hey, that's great news. That's great news for just coming in as a rookie, already knowing your assignments, already having the intelligence of how to attack the game. So I can't wait to see Malaki Starks on Sunday night. And it's also great to hear Zach Orr speak about, seeing the guys throughout camp. They came in, they had a great camp with the camaraderie, and then coming in, understanding the defensive playbook, the new, different things that they tweaking in the playbook from last year, and there's new guys coming in, getting to know each other, coming in, understanding each other, understanding where they want to be out on the field, what they saw on that play, what they seen on this play, understanding the assignment. So Zach Orr he talked about how he's seen the transition of guys making, a great transition throughout camp, preseason, and everything. And he feel like the guys are ready for this test. They're ready for week 1. They're ready to go to handle the Bills and see what they can handle. So we ready for this, man. We ready for this. It's great to hear from Zach Orr, just talking about the defensive side of the ball. Great for him to get mentored as well from some other defensive coordinators and picking their brains as well. So great to see the transition from Zach Orr. Man, I remember watching his game back in the day, him playing as linebacker. I remember seeing his games, man. Him and CJ Mosley. Those days were great, man. Great team. Eric Weddle, Brandon Carr. I remember that team, man. I remember that team. But great to see him as a defensive coordinator, man. Appreciate Zach Orr, or as Roquan call him, Zio. So, appreciate Zio, man. But hey, like, share, and subscribe. I just wanted to bring y'all another video on this topic, man. Give y'all my thoughts, man. And as always, man, send us out to your families and friends. Just another video on Gridiron Flock TV, and we out.